I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't covering my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play.
Music licensing reimagined.
Play, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling. Going from buying and selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Sun up the sun up from under the sun that we maxing our limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving the mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit.
Oh, what is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my last look for UFC Atlanta. We have Joaquin Buckley going against Kamaru Usman, and we have a 13-fight card and a pretty good card at that. I'm looking forward to this card. Lots of spots sticking out, a lot of fun fights, and I just think there's going to be a lot of violence tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of brutal finishes, so I'm hoping all 13 of these fights stay on the card. I'm hoping Rodolfo Bellato doesn't pull out due to the herpes again, because that was bad. So hopefully he's got that all figured out. And yeah, looking forward to this card. What is up, everybody in the chat? If you guys could do me a favor, like the video. Let's get those likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Do appreciate it. We got Dixon, first one in the chat here. Brady, will you be attending the Gentlemen's Club at which Vanessa Demopoulos will be performing at tonight after her fight? It's I would like to. I would certainly like to, but it's a pretty long drive to all the way to Atlanta for me. So I might have to miss out, but maybe I can watch her perform maybe another night, but probably not tonight. She has some new dance moves she's going to try out tonight for the first time on the pole. There you go. She showed off some dance moves at the ceremonial weigh-ins, that's for sure. We got Philip saying, I'll be getting ready to walk to the fight. Don't even have to leave the hotel. There you go. There you go. The Omni attached to the State Farm. Heck yeah. Enjoy the fights, Philip. Should be a very fun card coming up here in about an hour. Got Andy. Evening, everyone. Good luck to all. Good luck to you as well, Andy. We got Monique saying, I don't always bet WMA, but I think Horth can finish Vanessa. How are we feeling about that? A lot of people agree with you because money's pouring in on the Horth inside the distance, the Horth KO, and the Horth late props. And yeah, I kind of agree as well. I think she could finish Vanessa. I know the Vanessa is tough, but Horth looked massive and Vanessa looked very small. I mean, there's a big size discrepancy there. So I think it's definitely on the table. $30 says he doesn't show me. I mean, of course I'm showing up. Of course I'm showing up, Barry. Who doesn't love a 7 o'clock Eastern time start time? Probably one of the worst start times there is. I mean, my favorite is the 4 o'clock Eastern time start time, because with that, the fights are over around 11, and with the card tonight, I mean, the fights aren't going to be over to like 1:30 even. So it's gonna be a late night. It's gonna be a very late night. We got JT Falcon in the building. Let's go. Let's get it, JT. We got Sped MMA Enjoyer saying, yo, Brady, I'm ready and throbbing for this card. There you go. Alex saying a little late. No, I started at 6. I started out at 6. We got Dixon saying, don't forget to hit the like button. I agree 110%. Tell your friends that we're live. Tell them. Let them know. Let them know. Hit the like button, gentlemen. Let's get Brady paid. Yeah, hopefully these bets come through. A lot of action on this card. A lot of action. Let's get it, Tyler. What is up? Pipe it up. I agree. Get some help, UFC scheduling team. Get some caffeine. Atlanta at 10. It's going to be a late night. It's going to be a late night. Very late night. We need a great card to make up for that horrible one a few weeks ago. Which one are you talking about? Which card are you talking about? Was it the Blanchfield one? The one where the main event got canceled? Yeah, that was. I think you're talking about that one. Yeah, agreed. Paul Craig is going to catch herpes immediately. He probably already caught him. I mean, they when they faced off, they got very close. I think they touched faces, so I think it's almost a certainty that Paul Craig probably indeed has herpes. We got Stacks. What is up, Nick? What is up? We got Greasy Brian. Let's go, Brady. How greasy is too greasy? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's ever too greasy. I hope Colton G gets the herpes. I think he already has the herpes, man. We got Sugar Bender. I'll be there, Dixon. Heck yeah. Enjoy it. We got Steven. What is up? We got Chris saying, what's up, Brady? New Zealand in the house with you. There you go. I wonder what time it is over in New Zealand right now. Brady for DFS, Alonzo Buckley or Usman Craig? Oh, it's a tough one. Craig is the ultimate dart throw. And you got Usman there. Probably Alonzo Buckley. I like Buckley today. But yeah, I mean both combos aren't bad, to be honest. Unless you're asking Alonzo or Buckley or Usman or Craig. I don't know what you're asking, Michael. Why so late? I'm not late. Come on. Brady's dressed like he's about to go on a boat with his hose. Yeah, but Michelle Pereira is going to be dressing like that coming up in a couple weeks. Michelle Pereira is they're actually letting him fight again after he went out there drunk. The first ever fighter to fight drunk, Michelle Pereira against Abusmagomedov. They're actually letting him back in the cage. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Horth via Waffle House waitress strength. Is she actually a Waffle House waitress? Like, is she actually? Because I could see it. She looks like one. I could have swore I saw her at the Waffle House last time I went, so it wouldn't shock me. Late night tonight. Yeah, late night. We got WDTEN with the $5 donut. Appreciate you, my guy, saying good evening, my person. Thank you again for all the hard work and time you put in. Let's get it tonight. Let's get it. Appreciate you for hanging out and appreciate the dono. Means a lot. Haha, I'm laughing, and it's 12 a.m. UK time. Jeez, good luck, dude. I remember the one of the cards over in last year started at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was rough. I didn't even I woke up and watched it. I mean, that's too late for me. Barcelos to shave the ass of the human tattoo glass chin Garbrandt. We got Dr. Peener in the building. He is a penis trauma surgeon. Good to see you, Dr. Peener. Feels like it's been a while, man. Colin G's going to infect Brady. I hope not. Let's get this money. I agree. I'm liking the start time. Just got off work. Perfect time for me. There you go. It's not the worst start time in the world. It could be worse. Next week, the fights are kicking off at 12 o'clock Eastern time in the afternoon. So let's get it, Raymond. All right, let's talk some fights, guys. A lot to talk about. Lots of line movement. And what I like doing, on these Saturday shows, the Last Look show is looking at what the hell happened? What the hell has happened throughout the week? What is going on with some of these lines? What is going on? In the first fight, we have Jamie Lynn Horth going against Vanessa Demopoulos. Never thought I'd see the day, but Jamie Lynn Horth is currently sitting as a minus 650 favorite. And I think a lot of it has to do with the weigh-ins. If you guys have not seen the weigh-ins, more specifically the ceremonial weigh-ins, go check them out, because I don't think I've seen a size difference that big since when it was Bay Malecki versus Veronica Macedo. Bay Malecki looked like 5 weight classes bigger than Macedo. That's kind of what it looked like. I mean, Jamie Lynn Horth looked like a bantamweight, and Vanessa Demopoulos looked like a little strawweight in there, an atomweight even. So Jamie Lynn Horth, I already really liked her to win, and the odds do indicate that. She's a massive favorite, which is terrifying, because Jamie Lynn Horth probably shouldn't be minus 700 against anybody ever. But at the same time, Vanessa is coming in here on short notice, up a weight class. She's going to be at a big size difference there. So yeah, I like Horth here quite a bit. And money's coming in on these Horth finish props. Horth inside the distance. It was plus 415. It's currently plus 300. Horth by knockout was plus 1,000. I saw plus 1,200 on a book. It's now plus 800. So some money is coming in on the Horth finish props here. And I don't mind that, to be honest, because I think Horth is going to win. She's going to win very dominantly. Is she going to get the finish, though? We'll see. But yeah, Horth is actually a finisher, though. I mean, 6 finishes out of her 11 wins, 3 by knockout, 3 by submission. She is aggressive, and if she can get on top of little Vanessa here, and we could see her pound away, and the ref is going to be forced to step in. So I don't mind maybe Horth inside the distance. I did sprinkle a little bit of Horth 2-3, and I think it'd be more like a mercy stoppage, like the ref wants to save Vanessa type thing. Because Vanessa, like I said, she's tough, but geez, it's just a rough matchup for her here. So Horth should get this done. And if Horth loses this fight, she should be just ashamed of herself, just absolutely ashamed of her. Like, how does Horth lose this fight? It had to be like either a big robbery or just something would have to go terribly wrong for Jamie Lynn Horth to lose to Vanessa here. We got Buster Cherry in the building. Sorry, I'm late. All good. It happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. We got Bunkoots. Let's go. Fights at work today. There you go. Enjoy them. Enjoy them. UFC China, 3 a.m. just for the biggest favorites to, yeah, that was Kong Wong lost as a minus 1,000 favorite. Some other chick lost as like a minus 1,000 favorite too. That was a weird card. That was a really weird card. Chris Moutinho is going to KO O'Malley. No, absolutely not. I got Horth KO at plus 1,000. That's solid, man. I don't hate it. I think it's going to be very much on the table. I think it all depends on who's reffing the fight. Like, if it's Jason Herzog, like, it's probably not going to hit because you got to kill somebody to get a stoppage if Herzog's reffing. But if you get a competent ref that cares about fighter safety and Horth is just pounding away with elbows and on the ground, we could see that big KO prop cash for you. So I don't hate that. Did Rowe lose a leg overnight? He might have lost something, man. I mean, I was not expecting Lusa to be almost minus 200 now. I don't get that, quite frankly. Parked up for a lazy Sunday here in New Zealand. Seems like a lot of finishes on this card. I hope so. It's looking like it. We have a lot of big favorites, a lot of wide fight doesn't go to decision lines. We are looking at some violence on paper. Hopefully the violence comes through. There's value here, no, on Horth. I mean, she might look value, to be honest, but at the end of the day, it seems irresponsible laying minus 650 on Jamie Lynn Horth. Horth versus Vanessa is truly beauty versus the beast, picking the beast, but rooting for the beauty. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. The card is kicking off in about 50 minutes. Horth minus 700 on MGM. Jeez. Bro, come on. I got you, out of the pound. I got you. What do you think about Abdul to land one takedown at plus 240? Yeah, somebody asked me that yesterday. That line surprises me because if Abdul wants to take down Brundage, he literally will. It just all comes down to, will he take him down? Because he can't. Yeah, he absolutely can take down Cody, but will he need to is the question. At plus 240, I don't think it's the worst look in the world. So yeah, Horth should get it done. Horth should get it done. Maybe by finish. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's move on to the next fight. We have Anchelosa going against Phil Rowe. And yeah, this line movement is just puzzling to me. It's just very puzzling to me. So Anchelosa, like, money's pouring in on him the last 24 hours or so. He got as wide as like a minus 190 favorite. He's currently sitting at minus 185. Phil Rowe sitting at plus 160 now. I'm picking Lusa, but it's almost like all the values on Rowe at this point. I mean, this is a competitive fight. This is a fight where I just don't trust either fighter at all. So I'm staying away from it, but I would not be laying anywhere near minus 185 on Anchelosa. I mean, so yeah, it's weird. Like, I wonder if somebody knows something, or if Rowe's coming in here compromised, or maybe people didn't like his hairstyle. I don't know what's going on, but this is one of the lines that the line movement just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Just doesn't make a ton of sense. So we'll see what's going on here. The line movement towards the Anchelosa doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Agreed. Rowe is going to have such a size advantage. Yeah, he is. He's much bigger. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it, but I'm still picking Lusa to win. But I think it's definitely going to be I think it's one of the more greasier fights on the entire card. Both these guys are just very greasy type fighters. They got him to land a knockdown at 2-9, which makes sense. What is going on with Durden? I'm confused. Yeah, another line that is getting blown out, that Durden Ochoa fight. Yeah. The line movement on fight day, these last month or so, it's been wild. There's been a lot of weird line movement on fight day. Moneyline Rowe. I'm probably not going to get there just because I really don't want to put any money on this fight. I really don't. But if I was forced to bet on this fight, it would have to be on the plus 160 on Phil Rowe. But again, I just don't want to put money on either one of these guys. Row your boat gently down the steam. Oh, yeah. This line is getting steamed, man. This line is getting steamed. We got Joey saying just put a unit on Rowe. He's going to have such a size advantage in there. Yeah, he will. He definitely will. Phil Rowe is going to fill the hole. What hole does Anchelosa have? Maybe in the strike and defense. Maybe Rowe can fill that hole. Anchelosa a little hittable. We got my guy Paul. Brady, thanks for doing these streams. It's always a nice way to kill some time before the card starts. Back to the drum board. Yes, shout out to Sirikis Dumas. He is out of prison. And hopefully Sirikis Dumas is doing well. Anchelosa made at minus 140 earlier. There you go. Cash your CLV trophy. This line's moved a ton since then. Anchelosa was plus. He opened up plus money. He opened up at plus 115. Minus 185 now. Wild. Question, Brady, why is WMMA the absolute worst at betting on or picking in general? I wouldn't really say that. I've had some good success with some WMMA, and next week there are some very good spots for WMMA next week. We have the return of Irina Alexeyeva, the chick that submitted Stephanie Egger in her debut. And then we have the return of Melissa No Mess Mullins. So next week, I actually think there's some interesting opportunities for some WMMA. Lusa has the wrestling advantages. Agreed. Love that you love, because you're Greasy Brian. Of course you love this fight, Greasy Brian. Of course you love it. CLV curse, last second money coming in on Ange means Rowe money line is the play. That's true. That's very true. The CLV curse is real. The CLV curse is very real. Rowe plus 3.5. What is it? Let me know what that plus 3.5 is. It should be a decent price now, considering the money line's blown out. Kim was saying, I bet Durden, he's tough as a $2 stake, and there's been a sneaky pattern of UFC debutants losing their first scrappy fight, then everyone assuming they will roll their second fight, but they lose that. We'll see. I don't hate it. I mean, the line's gotten completely blown out on Ochoa. I placed my kid's college fund on Usman's hairline starting on the top of his neck by November. Jeez. I got Lusa by decision. I don't think Rowe's takedown defense holds up. Yeah, we'll have to see. Like, if Anchelosa fights smart, he'll go to the wrestling early and often. We'll see if he does. Try betting women's tennis. If you think women's MMA is bad, I will not be trying that, Willie. I'll be staying away from the women's tennis there. Tennis in general. Brady, how much do we need to donate for you to get a super cool face tat like Cody Garbrandt? A lot of money. For me to do something that stupid would have to require just a lot of money. To get a face tat in general, I mean, that would have to require a pretty significant donation. But to get a face tat that stupid, like Cody Garbrandt did, I mean, it had to be just a very big amount of money. Brady, will you be rocking the Alexeyeva haircut next week? I might, dude. I can pull it off. Russian Ronda. Irina Alexeyeva making a return. I'm looking forward to it. Usman via levels to this. Jeff saying Buckley via career trajectory. Let's see. What if it's just a neck tat like Cody Rhodes? Oh, I don't want a neck tat, man. I don't want a neck tat or a face tat, but we'll see. All right, let's move on to the next fight. We have Ricky Simone going against Cameron Smotherman. This was originally supposed to be Ricky Simone going against Charles Jourdain, which was a much more intriguing, much more competitive fight. Now we got Ricky Simone taking on Cameron Smotherman. And yeah, I like Simone here quite a bit, which is no hot take. I mean, Simone's a massive favorite here, minus 500. He did get all the way up to minus 350 at one point yesterday. And I was kind of wondering, how, where this line would go. But yeah, more monies came back in on Ricky on fight day. And yeah, I think it's Ricky all day. Cameron Smotherman, we always talk about how you can watch a fighter and you can see their holes in their games, right? And I see two massive gaping holes in the game of Cameron Smotherman. The first gaping hole I see is the durability. This guy's been sparked in 60 seconds or less twice in his career, including a 60-second knockout loss to Charalampos Grigori, who is probably one of the worst fighters to ever step foot in the UFC. And then he also had another 60-second loss prior to that. And so, yeah, that's the first gaping hole in the game of Smotherman. The second big, massive gaping hole is the takedown defense. I mean, the Surrey City fight was a massive red flag, but it's every fight other than that. I mean, this guy's getting taken down by a gust of wind. He made Surrey City look like Khabib Nurmagomedov out there. City almost even submitted the dude. So, yeah, I think Simone can maybe land a big shot on the feet or potentially take this fight down to the ground and just dominate. I think it's going to be a dominant win here for Ricky Simone. If Smotherman is pulling off this upset, it's going to be by knockout. I don't see him winning a decision. He's not going to sub Simone. It's going to be by knockout. And Ricky Simone has been knocked out before. He has been hurt before. The chin's been in question. And if you're getting knocked out by 40-year-old Uriah Faber, it's something that we have to always be a little bit concerned about. But other than that, it should be Ricky Simone. I think Ricky Simone rolls and just makes it look pretty easy here. So, yeah, love me some Ricky Simone in this spot. And I think he can win by either a dominant decision. I think he can knock out Smotherman, or I think he can sub him, and I'm actually picking the sub here for Ricky Simone. Best bet today. The best bet today for me is probably, or are you talking about the show? We do best bet now on Friday nights, every Friday at 10:30 Eastern time after the Lambo Plays podcast. So we did that last night. But if you're asking the best bet for today, my favorite bet is probably on the under 1.5 in the Mansour Abdul-Malik Cody Brundage fight. Looks like best price now is -188. That's my favorite bet of the card. A taint hat? No, man. Come on. Is Ricky too steamy? It's a wide line. I was getting kind of tempted to maybe parlay him up at -350, but now it's -500, and I think the line's about right. Here. Simone easy. Yeah, I think so. Blonde Simone is on a blonde Brunson run, and he is. He is on a really good run with this blonde hair. Let's see. So let's take a look at Simone. He knocked out Javid. He submitted Jack Shore. Knocked out Rafael Assunção. Yeah. Some good way. Some losses though in there, like he lost to Vinicius Oliveira, Mario Batista, and Song Yadong, but those are all good fighters, right? Just say no to face stats. Yeah, I'm saying no. It's been 2 years, Brady. I was locked up. Oh gosh, glad you're out, man. Good to see you. Good to see you as well, James. Looked like you lost some weight. Yeah, I did. Lost over 100 pounds. 100 pounds. Smotherman's gaping hole. Oh, it's a big gaping hole. And I think that Simone's going to penetrate that big gaping hole. If Simone loses, it'll be his worst loss in his career by a mile. By an absolute mile. We should have a DFS on which fight the refs will screw up. Well, hopefully Herzog's not in Atlanta. If you guys know, let me know. Is Herzog anywhere near the city of Atlanta today? Hopefully he's in California. And I don't know. I checked his Instagram story. He was in the pool yesterday. But I don't know. Hopefully Herzog's not in Atlanta tonight. If he is, my night could be in jeopardy because I do have a lot of unders today. I saw Brady and Rodolfo making out in Vegas. No. Absolutely not. 5 most confident picks ranked 1 through 5. My most confident pick is going to be Malcolm Wellmaker, number 1. Number 2 will be, I guess, Jamie Lynn Horth. Number 3 will be Ricky Simone. Number 4 will be Mansour Abdul-Malik. And then number 5 will go ahead and be, I guess, Umar C. Those would be the top 5. Lots of massive favorites this week. Sorry I missed it. Is Smotherman winning or Ricky? I got Ricky. Herzog was just in Nashville for the PFL tournament. He's not working Atlanta, I believe. Thank God. Yes. Let's go. Wellmaker lives up to the hype. I think he will. Every time I hear Ricky's name, Simone, I think of Simone, the lady that Pee Wee Herman meets in Dinosaur Land. She dreamed of living in Paris, and they watch the sunrise together before her boyfriend pulls up. What about Cody Durden? We're about to talk about Cody Durden. Come up here pretty soon here. Speaking of Vinicius Oliveira, I think that matchup is just punishment for Patchy Mix. Yeah, agreed. All right. Let's move on. We got what's going on here, man? We got Jose Ochoa minus 220. Cody Durden plus 185. We have some money coming in on Ochoa. It's an interesting fight. So I think there's two solid ways to play this. If you're on the Ochoa side, probably don't lay minus 220. I mean, the inside of the distance is solid plus money. It's plus 150. Like if Ochoa's winning this fight and looking minus 220 here, it probably means he was able to finish Cody Durden, who has been finished 5 or 6 times, a couple times by submission, once by knockout, has taken a lot of damage. Ochoa, very dangerous wherever the fight goes. So if you like Ochoa, don't lay the minus 220. I mean, that inside the distance is a solid look. On the flip side, Cody Durden by decision, I saw it like plus 275. It might even be a better price now since money is coming in on Ochoa. But Durden by decision makes some sense to me as well. I see Durden decision as high as plus 400 now. Geez, on DraftKings. It's not a bad look. If you like Durden, that decision prop is probably how he gets it done. These shoot-to-box guys are very tough to finish. I don't think Durden's knocking them out. I don't think Durden's submitting him. If Durden's winning this fight, it's probably by decision. So I personally am on the Ochoa side by finish. I think it can either snatch up a neck or maybe hurt Durden. But yeah, if you like Durden, that Durden decision at plus 400, it's kind of a wild number there. But yeah, I got Ochoa here. I just think Durden at this point, he's taking a lot of damage. That Josh Van fight just took a ton of damage. Took a ton of damage in the Bruno Silva fight. That wasn't the best look. And Ochoa is a guy that he's young, he's hungry, he looks good. He passes the eye test, but this is going to be a very tough test for Ochoa. And he's a big favorite, so we'll see how it all plays out. Nashville's like 5 minutes from Atlanta. Brady Herzog might pull up. No, he better not, man. He better not. Is having 90% Petroski too much for DFS? Depends how many lineups. Like if you're doing 150 and you have 90% Petroski, I mean, yeah, that'd be too much. But if you really like Petroski and you're doing like 10 lineups, still probably a little bit too much. But high risk, high reward. Like if he's winning, he's scoring a million points, right? But he could also get brutally served. He can get brutally served. Don't hold your breath. Okay. All right. Ochoa first round KO. Yeah, what about Durden decision only prop? Do you see Ochoa by decision? The only way I see a Ochoa by decision would be like a moments versus minutes type thing. Like Ochoa's hurting Durden, landing the bigger shots. But yeah, I think decision only is a solid look. Depending on the line. But since he's such a big dog, I think he'll get a good line on it there. Let's see. Wellmaker KO first or second. I would lean first, but yeah, I would lean first. Ochoa inside the distance. Does Rowe have AIDS? What is this line movement? I don't know. He has something. He definitely has something. Did you see Cody on the scale? It looks like he was in pain. Well, there's 3 Codys. Garbrandt, the dude with the face tattoo, Cody Durden, and then Brundage. I didn't notice anybody in pain. You're talking about Durden? Don't underestimate Herzog's drive to let the fighters be a warrior. He would run to Atlanta if necessary. Move, fighter. Move. Dr. Peener saved my marriage. And that's what Dr. Peener does. Did the event already start? No, we got about 30 minutes. And then they got to talk for a little bit. It's probably 35 to 40 minutes. Let's see here. Durden, let's go. Best of luck, big dog. I think Durden can milk Ochoa for 3 rounds. That's the path. Would be like a milking. Best or highest owned fighters on DK at the 7K range. So dogs are tricky this week on DK, but You got Kamaru Usman, 7,200. If Usman shows up and the knees hold up and he looks like the Usman of old, I mean, Usman's the biggest steal on the card. On the flip side, if he shows up and he looks old, like he's probably getting served. But yeah, Usman, I think Usman's a solid look. Who else? Yeah, we just talked about Cody Durden. Like if Durden's winning, it's a decision that scores well. Same thing with Petroski. So Durden, Petroski, Usman, those three are some intriguing dogs there with some high upside. Can I bet on the rematch between Paul Craig tearing his shirt? Yeah, that was wild. That was wild. Paul Craig was not able to tear the shirt off. Not a good look. Not a good look. Durden wasn't paid. No, I didn't notice that. That's not good. Maybe that's why money's coming in on Ochoa. But yeah, first I'm hearing of that. Official weigh-in. I'll have to go check it out. Herzog will show up right before the fight like Danny again. I hope not. I hope not. My wife was banging her personal trainer before Dr. Peener. I owe him everything. There you go, Dr. Peener. Yeah, Dr. Peener, he's good at his job, man. He's definitely good at his job. Just tuning in, any canceled fights are ones we're worried about. The only fight I'd be worried about getting canceled would be the Rodolfo Bellato fight. He's been dealing with some herpes these past couple weeks. Very bad case of the herpes, Bellato. So that Craig Bellato fight would be the only fight I'd be worried about tonight, just in case the herpes starts acting up mid card. We live. Yes, we are live. We are live. If Usman pulls up wearing the Vernon double knee sleeves, do we sound the alarms? Yes. If we see Usman with those double knee sleeves, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. No one told Craig that people always pre-cut their shirts to tear in public. Yeah, forgot to do it, man. Forgot to do it. We got T-Swizz. What's good, Brady? Headed to the arena now. I think we're in for a treat tonight, boys. Yes, we are definitely in for a treat. We're in for some violence. I'm really looking forward to this card. Shabazian by decision plus 600. No more best bet show. The best bet show is every Friday night now. Every Friday night, Brandon. We did it last night. Every Friday night at 10:30 Eastern time. Gives more people time to view it. Lets it. It's going to be on YouTube for an extra day. I think it's just a much better time for the best bet show there. All right, let's move on to the next fight. We have Malcolm Wellmaker going against Chris Moutinho. Malcolm Wellmaker minus 2,000. Chris Moutinho is plus 1,000. And first and foremost, I'd like to say thoughts and prayers to Chris Moutinho during these tough times because it's a tough fight. One thing that is interesting is money's coming in on the over, which is very interesting. The under 1.5 looks to be around minus 145. I think that's a solid look. I mean, it gives Malcolm Wellmaker 7.5 minutes to touch the chin of Chris Moutinho there. So I think the under 1.5 rounds probably the best bet for this fight here. I have the same game parlay of Wellmaker in the under 1.5 at minus 150. So I guess I could have waited till today and get the under at a better price, but I just wasn't really expecting money to come in on the over in a Wellmaker Chris Moutinho fight. So yeah, I think Wellmaker gets it done probably in the first round, but I think the under 1.5 is not a bad look at all at this, especially at this stage. Like the under 1.5 was, I think it went all the way down to like minus 200 at one point, but yeah, late money coming on the over. So we'll see how it works out for those people betting on the over in this fight. We got Usman around plus 205 right now. Good thing for Paul Craig that he's incapable of making Rodolfo bleed. It's sub or bust. Yep. Unless he's able to get on top somehow. You all think Moutinho makes it to the second round? I think he does. We'll have to see. I mean, he didn't make it to the second round against 49-year-old Guido Canetti, but and I think it all comes down to Wellmaker. If Wellmaker wants to finish him in the first round, he will. If he wants to take his time and play with his food a little bit, it will go to the second round. Only side you can bet here is Moutinho. He will win the minutes on volume if he doesn't die, but there is a good chance he gets served here. Served pretty brutally. Maverick or Craig, DraftKings, GPP, I know Gross, AF. I don't mind Maverick this week. I love Maverick for cash games especially, But even for tournaments, like if Maverick's winning this fight, like all she has to do is like win 2 rounds with the wrestling. But Craig, if Craig's winning, he's breaking the slate, right? So I think Craig definitely has more upside. I think Maverick has definitely a higher floor. But yeah, I think both are solid options. If I had to pick one, probably Maverick, but Craig's always in play, man. That's a tough one. We got Simone, Usman, and Maverick. Locks in. Let's cash. Simone, Usman, Maverick. Usman, I like Simone. I don't know about Usman and Maverick though. I think Maverick is live. I think Maverick decision is a great play this week, but I can't trust Rose. Yeah, I don't hate it. I think the line move might be because people might expect Moutinho to wrestle. Maybe. I mean, good luck. I mean, he probably should try, right? Usman's gonna make it look easy. He could if it's the Usman of 2021, makes it look easy, but I don't know. Brady, hear me out. I took a small baby sprinkle on the Wellmaker sub 1-2 and also Moutinho to get 1 takedown. Not bad. Everyone is expecting the same Chris. He's not. He's going to try to move and grapple and train angle. I don't hate that because Moutinho's been subbed a couple times, Dixon, so it's not the worst look in the world. Bellato by second round STD. We could have the first STD finish in UFC history. Shout out to Rodolfo Bellato. Chris by third round knockout plus 10,000. Plus 10,000. Jeez. Horth inside the... Yeah, we talked about that one. Horth could potentially finish tonight. All right. And Raymond's saying, I think as stupid Chris is, I think he realizes he can get KO'd, so he probably will be a bit more careful. We'll see. I think they'd be very wise. And yeah, I don't mind Maverick. But yeah, best of luck to Chris Moutinho. My thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. I mean, this is a kind of a mean matchup. Like whoever made this fight, whoever sanctioned this fight should probably go to prison for a few years. I mean, it's like attempted murder, this matchup. Whoever made this matchup should get charged for like attempted murder. Just they should be ashamed of themselves. But all right, move on to the next fight. We got Kesa, Court McGee. Not going to talk about this one because I don't. This fight kind of sketches me out a little bit. But yeah, Kesa minus 315, Court McGee plus 265. The only thing I would even remotely maybe look at would be like the over, but at the same time, it's like when Kesa is winning, he is subbing people, but when Court's losing, he's kind of either getting knocked out or losing a decision. Nobody's really ever subbing Court McGee, so I think fight goes to decision would be the only thing I'd be somewhat interested in. But at the end of the day, it's like Court McGee's 40-something years old. I think Kesa probably wins, but I don't want to lay minus 315 on Michael Chiesa. So yeah, it's a big giant pass for me. If anything, I would take like the fight goes to decision, but or the Court McGee point spread. The Court McGee point spread's like plus 110. Just need him to win a round, but I just don't want to put any money on this fight, to be honest. McGee or pass, easy, great odds, really. Yeah, this line kind of makes me think something's up, man. I mean, it's nobody's really able to ever control or have success grappling McGee. Is Chiesa going to be the first one ever? I don't know. Is Wellmaker the second biggest favorite ever behind Bo? Well, we had Isaac Dalgarian closed, I think, at minus 2,300 against Brandon Murat. And Wellmaker looks to be minus 2,000 right now. If Bellato wins by STD, he'll also win STD of the night. Like, what's his face won for Biden? Yeah, you could see the first 50K bonus for STD of the night. Rodolfo Bellato. McGee subs, Chiesa, rear naked choke. I don't hate that take. Chiesa is typically getting dark. Like, Chiesa's been darsed like 3 times, but yeah, Chiesa does get subbed a lot. McGee's a black belt. McGee just submitted Tim Means' last fight. I don't hate that. I was hoping for a better number on that sub prop though, but they're kind of onto it. Oh, plus 1,200. That's not bad. I always bet sub props against Michael Chiesa, always, and it's worked out a lot. So, but we'll see. It's feet time. Oh boy, Court McGee season. Best of luck to you as well, Rem Dog. DFS McGee is a lock. Oh, don't say lock. It's not a bad play though. Have some McGee, but I doubt he scores well. I checked his hog. He's good to go. No bumps, no lumps. You talking about Rodolfo Bellato? There's got to be some bumps and lumps on that man's cock. All right. A small bet on McGee over 0.5 takedowns, minus 115. He's been active at the takedowns lately. It's not bad. Not a bad look. I do think it's going to be a grappling fight here. Brady's Alex Save on the Wiki Feet page. Absolutely not. But you can put her on there, I think. I don't know how it works, but I'm pretty sure you can add people on there. Brandon Moran went to my high school. There you go. He showed some toughness in that Bulgarian fight. All right, let's get moving on to the next fight. We have, speaking of the devil, we got Rodolfo Bellato going against Paul Craig. So what I like here is, like any Paul Craig fight, I like violence. I think the fight won't start round 3. Currently best price, minus 150. That's a good look. Like, it gives them 10 minutes for somebody to get served brutally. Rodolfo Bellato is going to go out there. He's going to put himself into the fire, and he's going to try to take off the head of Paul Craig. And I think it's very much on the table. And if this fight hits the ground, I think either guy's live to finish. Like, if Bellato gets on top of Craig, Bellato does have very good ground and pound, but Craig, his whole thing is kind of getting triangles off his back. So I just think there's a lot of ways for this fight to finish. The under 1.5 at plus money, I think, is a solid look. But I like in those extra 2.5 minutes with that fight won't start round 3, because Bellato, he kind of likes to break his opponents a little bit. Like on the Contender Series, his Contender Series fight, the second one, finished like late second round against what's his face, Igor Bateria. That fight finished late second round. So I can maybe see like a late second round finish for Bellato. That's kind of why I like that fight won't start round 3. It gives you 10 minutes for the fight to finish there. And yeah, Craig by sub is always in play. Craig inside the distance, like that's always in play. But I think Bellato probably does knock him out here. Winning a UFC fight last a night. Herpes last a lifetime. That's true, man. That's true. What? Just, you did what? You're a little, what, bunny? What's wrong with you? What? No, Ben Askren is alive. Kyle Bahayo had like a translation issue. I hope Paul Craig. Yeah, I always like rooting for Paul Craig. I always like it. Thanks, Brady. My wife walked in as soon as you said it has to have bumps and lumps on that man's cock. She said Happy Father's Day and walked out. My bad. That's my bad. Under 1.5 is minus 105 on DK. I don't mind it. Looks like the under's on plus money on a couple books right now, if you can find it. But yeah, I think that's solid. Let's see. Okay. What is Vanessa Demopoulos' Wiki Feet score? It is 4.5. 4.5. Brady, sing a song, please. All right. Whoa, 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 baby girl, baby mama, what's your name? What's your number? Oh, girl. There you go. That'd be $5. Lots of violence tonight. I hope so. I sure hope so. Wellmaker and Malik round 1 KOs. I would lean towards both happening. I came as well. Appreciate that. Come on, Martin. I'm trying to reach 30,000. Can't have you unsubscribing. You better resubscribe, Martin. I'm trying to hit 30K by the end of the year. All right. Let's move on to the next fight. It is going to be Omar Sy going against Alonzo Menfield. I have nothing here. Like, I don't understand this line really. Like, I like Omar Sy, but I like him whenever his opponents can't stuff a takedown and don't have a ground game, and Menfield can stuff a takedown. So I think this fight can get a lot more interesting than the line does indicate. But yeah, C is very good. I mean, we saw a lot of his striking in his last fight against Da Un-jung. I was very impressed because up until the Jung fight, there's really not a ton of footage of this guy going out there and striking, because he's going for takedowns within the first 10 seconds of a fight and dominating his opponents on the mat. So it was nice to see him go out there and strike for 15 minutes. But my worry here is he's not able to take down Menfield that easily, and this fight takes place standing, where Menfield's going to have some power. But yeah, Menfield, he's getting up there in age. He's like 37. He's taking a lot of damage. Just went to war with Julius Walker. I think C should get it done here. The problem I'm having is I think C could win by knockout, decision, submission. So it's a fight I'm kind of staying away from here. So yeah, it's gonna be a pass for me. All right, good. Sounds like a young Justin Bieber. Oh, appreciate that. As a person with herpes, can confirm it'll be difficult to transition into mount. Okay, Brandon, got you. I got you. We got Camber with the dono. Appreciate $1.99. Appreciate you, Camber, for the dono there. That voice will impregnate women. It has impregnated a woman. I have a kid. We got Mr. S with the $49.99. Appreciate you, Mr. S. Does mean a ton, dude. He says, if Chris Moutinho somehow wins, can you dedicate a song to him next video? That's a deal. That's a deal, Mr. S. We got a deal. I have to do something else. Somebody else on Instagram commented something. Oh, some sicko said if Chris Moutinho wins, I have to show my feet to him. A sicko actually commented that. If Chris Moutinho wins, I have to show the sicko my feet. So I'm hoping Moutinho doesn't win, because yeah, I'll have to not do a song, show my feet. So yeah, I'll be rooting for Wellmaker tonight. Yes, sir. Yeah, it does mean a lot, guys. It does mean a lot. 30K by the end of the year is a lock. I hope so. Trying my best. Yeah, there's some weird people out there, man. There's some weird people out there. Some weird people. Chris Fatinho. Jeez. Yeah, I'm hoping Chris doesn't win. I don't want to do that. I mean, that's weird. All right, moving on to the next fight. We have another minus 1,000 favorite now. Abdul-Malik minus 1,000 now against Cody Brundage. My favorite spot of the cards is this under 1.5. Looks to be best price minus 188. Gives them 7.5 minutes. I think this fight ends in round 1, though. Cody Brundage, 4 wins in the UFC. All 4 of them come in the first round. And yeah, Cody Brundage is your typical kill or be killed fighter. He's your typical good hammer, bad nail. I think these guys are going to hit each other very hard, and I think somebody's getting served. I wouldn't lay minus 1,000 on Abdul-Malik. I mean, Cody Brundage is live here to an extent, right? Like, Cody Brundage can win by DQ. Abdul-Malik could hit him in the back of the head, and he could win by DQ. We've seen Malik hurt in a couple fights. The Klein fight, we saw him hurt in one of his fights before the Contender Series, get dropped early on. So, yeah, I wouldn't completely count out Cody, but yeah, it's a tough matchup. I don't know why the matchmakers hate Cody Brundage so much. I mean, giving him guys like Abdul-Razak Al Hassan and a guy who's even scarier in Mansour Abdul-Malik, like, geez, it's just a rough matchup. If you like Cody Brundage round 1 is always a play to potentially sprinkle. But yeah, I like the under 1.5, and I like it quite a bit there. Have to admit that you gooned to Andrade's OnlyFans if Moutinho wins. Well, that would just be a lie. That would just be a lie. I would never goon to Jessica Andrade. I made a donation to the Cody Brundage round 1 or DQ. Why not? That's his path. Cody DQ Brundage, yeah. Boy saying Mansour cheated on the scales, most likely a candidate for fouls and DQ too. Scummy guy. I did notice that. Somebody, I don't know if it was you that posted that, Moise, or I saw somebody posted that. Mansour did cheat on the scale. Missed weight by a whole pound and then weighed in like a couple minutes later and made weight. Dude is a cheater. Both Codys getting stomped tonight. We got 3 Codys. But yeah, I think a couple Codys might go down. Malik owes me an under 1.5 from last fight. Yeah, luckily I had the fight won't start round 3 in a parlay, but yeah, agreed. All right, let's keep moving on to the next fight. We have Barcelos going against Cody Garbrandt. We got Barcelos now minus 265, Garbrandt plus 225. And ever since there was a picture that kind of went viral on Twitter this week, and ever since that picture showed up, it's been nonstop action on Barcelos. And here's the picture that kind of went viral this week. It's disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. This is kind of the picture that showed up on Fight Week. Went viral on Twitter, on Instagram, and ever since this picture showed up I saw it on Facebook too. It's been nothing but steam on Barcelos. It's a very terrifying picture, and I'm worried about Cody. The interviews this week, they haven't been too encouraging, talking about some health issues. And then he shows up looking like this on Fight Week. I'm very, very concerned. I'm very concerned. The eye tattoo. He did that. He did an interview about the eye. He actually said he did it willingly, which makes it even more concerning. So, yeah, nothing but Barcelos love here, and I can't fault. After seeing a picture like that, it's hard to fault anybody for wanting to bet against Cody. I get it. What I like here though is I like the fight doesn't go, and I like it quite a bit. Like, if Cody Garbrandt's winning this fight, it's by knockout. He doesn't do enough to win a decision. And Barcelos can easily knock out Cody, who doesn't have a chin. And Barcelos is going to just have an astronomical advantage if the fight were to hit the mat. So fight doesn't go at minus 125. Sign me up. I see minus 120. Sign me up. I can see a couple different ways this fight definitely finishes, especially with like Cody Garbrandt coming in here with some bad health issues. Just really doesn't seem like he cares. Like, if you're going to show up with looking like that, it just tells me you just don't really care anymore. Cody Garbrandt just doesn't really care anymore. So yeah, fight doesn't go to decision. I'm worried about Garbrandt. If he pulls this off, it'd be a miracle, to be honest. But we'll see. Not liking what I'm hearing or seeing on the Garbrandt side this week at all. That can't be a real photo. It's fake. Yikes. Midlife crisis, Cody. Yeah, that's the definition of a midlife crisis there. Brady, I have a feeling Barcelos is going to shave the ass of Garbrandt. Somebody's getting piped in this fight. I agree. I think somebody might get piped in this fight. Man, I thought that was a Photoshop. Okay. It might be a little bit Photoshopped. But if you look at the original, there's not much of a difference. There's not much of a difference from the original. So yeah, this is a little tiny bit Photoshopped, but there's not much of a difference from the original, guys. When I saw that picture, I thought Brady had pulled up a picture of Stephen A. Smith. Jeez. And yeah, I heard that as well. He got the face tattoo because he couldn't tolerate the pain while getting his armpit tattooed. I mean, it's just a terrible excuse, Cody. I mean, that's just a horrible excuse. A terrible excuse. Yeah, fight's kicking off in about 6 minutes. I gotta start wrapping it up. All right. Jeez. Best of luck, Cody Garbrandt. Okay, moving on to the next fight. We got Edmund Shabazian going against Armin Petroski. So some interesting linemen in this one as well. Money poured in on Petroski. Was it like Wednesday, Thursday? But Petroski went from like plus 160, 175 all the way down to like plus, you get down to like plus 115 at one point. Jeez. Yeah, some money poured in on Petroski. We have Shabazian, went all the way up to minus 135, like Wednesday, Thursday-ish. But it looks like there has been some buyback since then coming in on Shabazian. And I think this fight plays out one of two ways. Either Shabazian just sparks Petroski in the first 7.5 minutes, or we see Petroski kind of survive, take it into the deep waters, get some takedowns, and maybe break Shabazian late or win a decision. But I think it's a tough matchup for Petroski, at least early on. Like early on, I do expect him to really struggle to get the fight down to the ground and hold down Shabazian. And if this fight's standing, I really worry about the chin of Petroski. So I played the Shabazian to win in rounds 1 or rounds 2. But yeah, Petroski, maybe a live bet. Like if Petroski's still there and the second round starts, maybe a live bet on Petroski. Petroski late props could be interesting. Petroski by decision. So there's a couple different ways to play it, but I personally think Shabazian takes care of Petroski early. I'm hoping. I don't want to see a a boring fight. I mean, some of these Petroski fights lately have just been so boring. Just so boring. So I'm hoping somebody gets served here. I don't know if I trust Petroski without the leopard print hair. That's a good point. Petroski has been knocked out by an invisible ball sack before. I bet my kid's diabetes medicine on him to win. On Shabazian to win? Are Edmund's hips in their prime? I think so. I mean, he's only 27 years old, right? His hips should be in his prime. I got a feeling about Edmund. Hopefully it's a good feeling. Gut feeling. I got Petroski. He got that dog in him. He does got that dog in him. Outside of the chin. Shabazian by hip bone KO. Close fight. I would have taken -140 Edmund. Yeah, me too. I want Edmund finish only. I like that look quite a bit. Petroski has that dog in him, and Edmund has the quit in him. That's true. That's true. Shabazian by oblique KO. I hope so. All right, we'll move on to the next fight. A couple minutes left, guys. We got Rose Namajunas, Miranda Maverick. Nothing here. I think it's probably Rose. Probably Rose by decision. One look that I did want to take a shot on this week was maybe the +3.5 on Maverick, but they're all over it. It's -150. I was thinking maybe since Rose was such a big favorite at the time, she's like -175 or -275. I was hoping to get Maverick +3.5 and maybe plus money, but not even close. So I'm passing on this one. To be honest, I really care less about this co-main event. Like, this co-main event kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I'm just not excited for this co-main event. But yeah, Rose, I think Rose should win, but I don't know. I'm not betting on this one. Ran it by ragdolling. Yeah, I do like a Maverick on DraftKings, especially on cash games. Very cheap and very good floor. And if she wins, it means she was able to get takedowns and control time. So I like Maverick on DraftKings. If you're the Maverick, please grapple Maverick. She better. She better. All right. Let's move on to the main event. Before we do so, if you guys could, let's pipe up the like button. I would appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be back tomorrow with Stat Diggers, me and Uncle Weezy. We have very interesting card next week coming up. Irina Alexeyeva making a return. So yeah, looking forward to that. We got Joaquin, Buckley, Kamaru, Usman. Money came in on Usman today. Usman was as high as +250, currently +185. Joaquin Buckley is currently sitting as a -220 favorite. And this is a very tricky fight to call because if this is the Kamaru Usman that fought Hamzat, the Kamaru Usman that fought Edwards in the first fight. The second fight, I didn't like how Usman looked in the second fight. I thought he looked very bad. But the first fight, this was the Kamaru Usman that fought Colby. I mean, this line's wrong, and this line should be flipped, and Usman's going to make it look easy. My worry, though, is, I mean, this guy's 38. 38 years old, year and a half layoff. His knees are very bad. His knees have been bad for a very, he's been talking about his knees for a long time, and they're not getting any better. This dude had to walk up the scale yesterday backwards. It was just a very bad look. So, yeah, if Usman shows up with those double knee sleeves today, could be in for a short night. Might get knocked out. But if Usman shows up, and he's the Usman of old, I think is a very live dog. So it's kind of a tricky fight. I don't want to touch this one from a money line perspective. I think, Buckley, instead of laying -220 on Buckley, I would much rather play that knockout prop at like +150, +160. I think the under is also interesting because I think that covers the Buckley side, and Usman has power too. And Buckley's been knocked out by guys like Chris Curtis and guys like Alessio Di Chirico, right? So I think I'd rather play like the under or Buckley KO instead of laying -2 anything on Buckley. And if you're on the Usman side, I get it completely, because if he does show up and he does look good, you're probably making one of the better bets of the entire year. But I just don't have a ton of faith in Usman at this point. What do you guys like in here? I'm about to flood the stream with the first place lineup. All right, do it. These lineups are about to lock in a minute. This Namajunas fight will put me to sleep -1,000. Yeah, it's going to be late. It's going to be tough to stay up, man. Buckley via arthritis round 3. Oh, jeez. I don't understand how Usman beat Chimaev, and he's an underdog against Buckley. 2 different matchups, to be honest, but yeah, we'll see. No problem, Barry. Thank you, Barry. Do a fight stream, Brady. My first live companion fight stream is going to be UFC 317, I believe. Or the week after that. It's coming up. It's coming up. Are we going to learn today? We might learn, man. We might learn. Brady just got confirmation that Herzog will not be in Atlanta. It's official now. Mike Beltran and Blake Grease are working Atlanta. I really appreciate that, Forrest. It feels like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. Jason Herzog will not be in Atlanta, and my unders are still intact. And we have Dr. Piener. I'm scared to bring up this combo. I will because it's a dono. Dr. Piener, who is, again, a penis trauma surgeon, he says, would you rather watch a whole pay-per-view of women's MMA or be pegged to death by the abominable snowman while your dad cheers him on? I'd rather watch a pay-per-view of WMA. I mean, it's a pretty easy answer there. I don't want to die or be pegged. See, I'd rather watch the pay-per-view of WMA. Appreciate you, Dr. Piener, for the dono. Horth round 2 sub. Snow McGee, I don't know about that. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Best of luck on the fights. Fights are kicking off. We get to watch Jamie Lynn Horth, Vanessa Demopoulos coming up here in a couple minutes. Do me a favor, like on your way out, subscribe. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Stat Diggers, 10:15 Eastern Time. Never a second late. We'll see you guys later. Peace.